guys, Elizabeth here from Plant Based Bride, and today I'm going to be talking about my 5 favorite things about being vegan. So this is the last video in my little series around my veganiversary, celebrating 4 years as a vegan, and I talked about things I hate about being a vegan, I talked about things I've learned in the past 4 years, and now I want to talk about my 5 absolute favorite things about being a vegan. The first thing that I love about being a vegan is saving animals. I went vegan for the animals 100%. I am 100% an ethical vegan. That is why I do this. That is the core of why I live the way I do. And saving animals is the most rewarding part of being vegan. Depending on where you look, there are different numbers about how many animals you actually save each year as a vegan, but most places agree that it's at least 100 individual animals. And from all of my experience meeting various animals that people tend to see as food, cows and sheep and pigs and chickens, each of those individual animals are so special, so wonderful, and so worthy of life. And knowing that I'm saving 100 of those animals every single year just makes me so happy. And then of course, on top of those 100 animals I save by not eating animals, I'm also saving animals because I don't wear them, or buy anything that's been tested on animals, or any other objects or home cleaning products or personal care products that contain animal products or were tested on animals. And it's just the best feeling. So that is by far the best thing about being vegan, being able to save animals. And as part of that, when I meet animals that are traditionally eaten or used by humans, getting to enjoy their company and love them and be excited about spending time with them without any guilt whatsoever. Because I've always been an animal lover, but I always felt really uncomfortable when I met animals like cows because I loved them and I thought they were awesome, but I felt so guilty about eating them and using them. So now all the guilt is gone. The next best thing about being vegan is feeling as though I'm truly nurturing my body, and the way that that feeling has really improved my relationship with food. So as some of you know, I have dealt with an eating disorder. This was a couple years ago. It actually started developing before I went vegan, and after I went vegan, I sort of fell fully into my eating disorder. And it wasn't caused by being vegan. As I said, it was in the developing stages before I went vegan. But being vegan and the way that a lot of people in the community talk about eating whole plant foods as a way to nourish yourself and to care for yourself, absorbing that view of food through osmosis of YouTube videos and books I was reading, and just the feeling I got eating more nourishing foods, that was how I got out of my eating disorder. It was eating mono meals of beautiful fruit and enjoying the taste and feeling those nutrients in my body. It was having green juices. It was eating huge salads. It was having a delicious meal of rice and beans and veggies and a homemade sauce. Those things that I started doing and that I was inspired by the vegan community, mostly on YouTube, to do, those are what allowed me to pull out of my eating disorder and to recover. And ever since then, I've been building a more healthy relationship with food, a view of food as nourishment and a way to care for myself in a way that I never thought about food up until that point. And I'm so grateful for veganism for teaching me that and for allowing me to take care of myself in a way that I wouldn't be able to if I was still eating animal products. The third best thing about being vegan is that it turned me into an environmentalist, something that I honestly never would have thought I would become. I was always an animal lover, I was always a feminist, but I was never an environmentalist. I never really cared about the environment. I'm a bit embarrassed to say it, but I just didn't care. And through veganism, I have started caring so deeply about our planet in a way that I really couldn't have imagined before. And I have to shout out the film Cowspiracy here, because Cowspiracy really is the film that focused my attention on the earth and really shifted my mindset to one of a more minimal, lower waste, more sustainable lifestyle because the diet and a lot of my lifestyle was already going in that direction. I was already a vegan and caring for the environment in that way. But watching that film and seeing what a huge impact my veganism was having on the planet, such a positive change that I'd already made without knowing those positive benefits, it encouraged me and inspired me and gave me that motivation to transform other parts of my life that weren't so great for the environment to a more positive, sustainable, environmentally friendly lifestyle. And I'm still totally on that journey. I'm definitely not perfect in this way by any means, but I'm so happy that veganism opened the door for me for this environmentalist side of my life that I didn't know was there. The next best thing about being vegan is the food. Because honestly, guys, vegan food is so freaking delicious. I never enjoyed food the way that I do now, and believe me, I thought I did. I was a cheeseaholic. I enjoyed trying artisanal cheeses. I enjoyed having cheese on just about everything. I thought that, having great cheese, that was living. That was great food. And, from time to time I would have other animal products at a fancy restaurant and think, this is great cuisine. And you know what? Since going vegan, I realized it's not. The food that most people eat, the food that people on a standard American diet eat, is boring as all hell. People eat the same thing over and over again, a lot of tasteless foods that are just drowned in creamy sauces or butter, trying to mask the fact that things like chicken just don't really taste like anything. And I used to think that was good food. And now that I'm vegan, not only have I learned to cook, which is something anyone who knew me before I went vegan can tell you I couldn't do. Not only can I cook, but I am excited about trying new flavor combinations. I'm excited about trying different ingredients together. I'm excited about going to a vegan restaurant because I know that the food is going to be frickin' delicious. And my husband and I have this running joke that pretty much anytime we make a meal at home or we go out for food, we'll take a couple bites, and our way of acknowledging how delicious the food is for one of us to turn to the other one and say, oh my god, vegan food is so gross. Because that's what you hear all the time. People say, being vegan must be so boring. Or they say, vegan food looks disgusting. Or I tried vegan cheese once and it was gross. But guys, you're so wrong. Vegan food is amazing. And we joke about it all the time because I eat way better than I ever did before I was vegan. More plentifully, more nutritiously, and way, way more deliciously. The last best thing about being vegan is that it's allowed me to become the person I always wanted to be. Now, before I get into this, again, I am not perfect by any means, not by a long shot, and there's a lot of ways that I'm still growing and I'm still working on myself and learning who I am. But becoming vegan has done so much to allow me to become more of the human I was always meant to be and always wanted to be. To become more compassionate and caring and understanding, to apply myself to important causes, to be the change I want to see, and to make an impact on people's lives and animals' lives and the environment for the better. And all of those things were things I wanted to do, I cared about before I went vegan, but I really didn't have a way to do it. I didn't have a way to apply what I'm good at, what I am good for, in any kind of tangible, positive way. And now that I'm vegan, I do. Being vegan has allowed me to become a far stronger person than I ever was before. Stronger of character, more honest, more determined, more passionate. It's allowed me to become the kind of person that stands up for what's right, no matter what the odds, no matter what the circumstance. I will not stay quiet. I will not ignore injustice. I will not ignore those who are being oppressed. And yeah, in some ways that makes my life harder because I'm not just going with the flow. I'm not just keeping my mouth shut and letting people say problematic things or do problematic things. I'm speaking up. And that's hard. It's hard on me personally. Sometimes it makes me sad or anxious or stressed out. And it's hard on my relationships with others. It's just not an easy thing to do. But it is so rewarding, it's so fulfilling, and it's so necessary because we need more people who are gonna speak up when things happen. The sheep mentality, the bystander mentality, it's not helping us. So I am so thankful for veganism for teaching me how to connect to that part of myself, to the activist that was always inside that I hadn't met yet. Sorry, my Uber Eats was just delivered. Speaking of good food, Urban Herbivore, if you live in Toronto, it's delicious. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about the 5 things I love most about being vegan. Please let me know in the comments below what you love about being vegan. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out my last video right here and follow me on social media. And if you enjoy what I do and you want it to continue, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Until next time, bye guys.